What's good, y'all? Yeah, I know my hair's a mess right now. This probably gonna be a little bit of like an insomnia rant, I guess you would call it. But I was just thinking, I myself, right? I am a I'm an old school Tekken fan, right? And so, and I guess you could say like just like an old school fighting game fan in general. I remember how it was with fighting games back then. It was just like you buy the game, you had the whole game at your disposal. Is like you play it and you play with certain characters. You could lock more characters, and it was just like you had a whole experience at your disposal, right? Like you basically got your money's worth. And at some point, I don't know when it happened. Well, actually, I do know what happened, but at some point, it was just like everything for fighting is just like shifted, and I know I'll probably sound just like I'm getting old. I'm 29, about to be 30, which is still crazy to me. But I know I sound like a fucking old man yelling at the fucking clouds or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever. But if I'm being honest, I'm just getting my feelings out. It's like I don't understand. I really feel like our expectations as like oh just even just gamers in general, they've really just lowered so significantly over the years to where we're just kind of like I don't know, just well, like we just kind of stopped caring, I guess to a degree. And it kind of shows basically in how we just let stuff be, you know, and to each their own. And not to say like everything that comes out nowadays is trash because it's not. Let's be fully honest here, but majority of it, mainstream shit, right? Let's be honest, AAA shit. Majority of the time, it is kind of trashy. Okay, if we're being honest here, you know. But if we're talking about like fighting games in general, right? That's just my opinion. Like just how the landscape is for fighting games nowadays, I can't. Like I said, it's the old man in me. I can't like just get with it. I can't get jiggy with it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like the whole okay, game comes out day one, you pay full price for it. Like Tekken 8, for example, right? Like I said, I'm a Tekken fan. Tekken 8, for example, the game comes out, pay full price for it, season pass. It's just whatever. It's every fighting game nowadays. Like it's not even like a no. Oh yeah, like how I don't think it's even like one fighting game that just takes the old school formula and does it to that degree. If it is, somebody please let me know. I'll play that game immediately. But majority of the time, it's like fighting games when they come out nowadays. It's just they just have a formula. It's like, and for me, I think it started with Tekken 7. If we're being fully honest here, it's like I was kind of one of the people that like I was playing Tekken 7 a lot, mostly because like I was still a Tekken fan at the time, like I said. But I think over time I just got tired of it, and I just I took in consideration like all the stuff it was lacking, like all the content it was lacking, and I also kind of took in consideration like day one, you really couldn't even play the fucking game because it was just like nothing worked day one. You couldn't play online because the servers ain't work. They literally fucking just disembowel the whole game with content. Like the only thing you could have did was just like, okay, you played the story, cool, whoop the fucking do, right? The story's fine, whatever. But then you got like character episodes, and then like it's just a shitty version of the arcade mode that always was in Tekken. Like, what the hell happened there? Like, I don't know. And it's just everybody was just like, I didn't see not one person be like some. Actually, I take it back. I did see a couple, but it's like I just don't see why like this isn't like majority of like the discussion of how bad this is. And the game did like I think the game sold like what like 62 million copies or made like a shit ton of money after the fact. which cool, fine and dandy. You know, I'm glad they was able to, because I understand like they literally had to fucking fight tooth and nail to get Tekken 7 out, like because Tekken Tag 2 did so bad, which I looked at the numbers of Tekken Tag 2. Let me be honest here, they they was down probably like a couple mil of copies of what the expectation was. To them, they consider it a loss. To me, I'm just like, the game was fun. It was broken as shit. Let's not get it twisted, but it was fun, and it sold enough. Because that's also another thing I want to talk about. It's just the fucking unrealistic ass expectation that fighting games have to sell and shit, and they can't do it because, for one, not everybody plays fighting games, and there's just a lot of other fucking games to play, and that's just how fighting games are. So it's just, I don't know, fighting games are just in this weird pocket right now. I'm probably just rambling right now. I apologize, but back to what I was saying. It's like when Tekken 7 came out, it was just nothing to do with it. It was just so bare bones, and it's just, yeah, like you have fucking what, a treasure battle type shit or whatever. The only thing they added to it that actually added more content to it was just fucking Tekken Bowl, and you had to pay for it, and it wasn't even online. It was an offline fucking mode you had to pay for. I think it was like what, like fucking $10, $12 or some type shit. What? No, get it away from me. I don't want it. I don't want it. This is not my Tekken. Okay, I don't want it. So right in there, like when I seen that, I think it was around like when Season Pass 2 came out, because that's when they was doing like the legacy characters. Like they put Lei in the game, they put Anna, Julia, Marduk, all that type shit. When it got to that point, I was just like, nah, man. Like Lei is a DLC character. He wasn't even like, I can see like, okay, he hasn't been in any, like, he hasn't been in a couple Tekken games recently, right? I can see if he just wasn't in any of those games recently, because uh before Tekken 7, what was the last one that came out was Tekken Tag 2, and that was like what, 2012 or some type of shit, whatever. So, and then for the DLC for that game, they just patched it in for free, which was dope as hell, and I missed that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, but that's the last game he was in, and Tekken 7 I think took like what, like 5 years to make. So, and plus it was an arcade game first. So then they ported it over to consoles. Um, so it's like, it isn't even like Lei's been out the game for like a shit ton of a significant time, but all of a sudden he's a DLC character, and it's solely based off the fact that it's a lot of people that like Lei. I'm one of them. I love Lei. Lei's my favorite character, besides like Law probably. Um, but it's just like it's solely based off of the fact that this is a lot of people's favorite character. So ching ching, you know what I'm saying? Let's put him in the game, and that's how we're gonna make money. And it's just like, okay, right? Hey, look, I'm not mad at it. Make your money. I'm not mad at it. But at the same time, in my opinion, it just really kind of dilutes the product. Because it's just like, I grew up playing like fucking Tekken 3, grew up playing Tekken 4, Tekken 5. Tekken 5 was the shit, okay? Which is another thing I want to get to. Why the fuck don't they ever re-release their fucking games? Tekken's the only fighting game series I have not seen them ever re-release their fucking games. Ever. Like, what? Technically, I think they did like what? They did like Dark Resurrection, like online or whatever. I think it was like one of the PS type shit or whatever. Like the PS3 or whatever. But that's it. I never seen them like remaster or re-release like Tekken 4, Tekken 5, like base Tekken 5. I'd never seen that. Even Tekken 6, you can play them on like, I don't know, like PS Now or whatever the fuck. And I think you even get them on Steam too. But it's like, you know how like Capcom's doing like their like Street Fighter and shit. Like they got like the Street Fighter fighting collection or whatever. It's every single Street Fighter game. So you got like fucking Super Turbo 2. You got fucking the Alpha series, you got Third Strike, you got all that shit. It's like an HD remake. Like they actually Capcom was like the one of the only like developers or companies that actually like puts effort into remastering and re-releasing their games. Now, of course, like because Street Fighter is like their best selling fighting game series, of course, so they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that 10 times over Street Fighter. But it's weird because I never seen it with Tekken, and it's so weird to me because I'm just like, Tekken 5 was the shit back then. I even like Tekken 6 back then. It's like, why these games never been re-released or remastered or none of that shit? It's so weird to me. Like, they could be making so much fucking more money doing that shit, but no, we just gotta stay with the main game that came out, which is like Tekken 8 or whatever. And it's just like, you see all the shit going on with Tekken 8 right now, and it's just like, okay. Um, it's just, anywho. So how like I said, this is a fucking. I haven't got a lot of sleep yet. I'm just like insomnia kicking my ass right now, so I'm just ranting. But uh, it's just it started with Tekken 7, and then it just kind of you know over time it's like, yeah, okay, they added content in the game, content being just characters. It's okay, whatever. Um, and that's it. Yeah. If unless you're like a competitive fighting player, more power to you, right? But it's like if you're just like a casual fan of the series, you basically got the shit end of the stick. Like if we're being honest here, because there's just nothing to do in the game. Like okay, at a certain point, okay, you just get tired of getting your ass kicked online. It's just a thing that happens. It happens to everybody. At some point, that's the reason why we always had like other shit to do. Like I don't know, Tekken Force. We just I don't know Ghost. I mean, they still got Treasure Battle, like I said, but it's like that's the only thing, right? And then with Tekken 8, it's like, oh, you got arcade quests, and it's like, where's Tekken Force at, bro? The fact they had a fucking what's the word? Goddamn, like a reference to it in the story mode, but they don't have it as an actual mode in the game. I don't even think they have any plans to do it as an actual mode. It's just completely fucking. It's a war crime to me because I'm just like, bro, this is dope as hell, but y'all don't want to make a mode of it. Like, come on, bro. I can't do it, bro. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just the old school Tekken fan, man. It's just like I can't do it, bro. I can't get with it. Like, I can't do it. It's just. But then it's like also kind of come to reality where it's like I'm getting old, okay, and this is just how the industry is nowadays anyway, right? It's a fucking machine. It's like you get old as a let's say you're a fan of a said series or whatever the fuck it is, right? Eventually you get older, and these companies they're a business first. They don't give a fuck about you. Like if you happen to buy their product, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like awesome. But then it's like you as a fan, you remember how good it actually was, right? And you remember playing that greatness. And nowadays it's just you just can't help but to notice like it's just kind of lacking to what it used to be. You know what I mean? And it's like, but then it's also you. It's like you feel weird saying that because you're just like, am I just getting old or is it just like I don't know? Like what is it? What is it, right? But no, it really is just like I don't know. You kind of I'm just kind of coming to grips with reality where it's just like I am getting old. I might be 30, like I said. Like I didn't grow up in this digital age of like gaming and just everything else streaming and all that shit. I didn't grow up with it. It's something I guess I was blessed. I guess I could say to witness the uprise of and stuff. You know what I mean? Because like I'm like the late millennial generation, so it's like I was able to witness us going from flip phones to actual touchscreen like smartphones and shit, and the rise of technology and how we got like the fucking iPhone 21 or whatever fuck nowadays. Like, so I'm old enough to remember how things used to be, and I'm also getting like I'm also here witnessing the rise in new technology and how industries like shift and change. And the game industry, for one, definitely has shifted a lot over the years. And specifically for fighting games, it really has shifted. And I really kind of feel like, for me personally, it's just like it's in a direction I just can't get behind because, for one, like, I don't know, it's a lot of other games that are out, a lot of games you could buy for cheap too, and it's just, I don't know, And I think I personally kind of just fallen out of love with fighting games nowadays. I just lost my competitive edge. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I don't know. It's a multitude of stuff, but I also want to really own, like, kind of own up to the fact that it's like I am just getting older. These industries, like, they fully expect, like, people to get older and kind of fall out of it, and then they get new fans, and you get, like, I don't know, a bunch of people that grew up on Fortnite, and this is just all they know. Where it's like they just, they pay money for a game, and they pay more money for DLC or whatever the fuck to get more shit. Like, this is all they know. So these kids are growing up, and this is just how the industry is for them nowadays. Like, it's a different beast. You know what I mean? And so it's just kind of puts, like, people like me in a weird situation where it's like, we can adapt with the times and stuff, but it just still, it's just the fact that we remember how stuff used to be and how good it was back then. And games definitely are one of them, and also fighting games too. And it's just, that's why I like everybody saying, like, that's why everything's going indie now, because it's just like, they don't have fucking, like, all these fucking regulations and shit involved, that just for them to patch a small thing in the game or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know. It's just something I've just been thinking about. Like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to get my thoughts out about this. Um, Somebody's moving outside. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Thanks for listening, whoever watches. Peace out.